welcome to this channel Creative Playground. Thank you for watching this video, and this is a channel where you can find videos, creative videos, fun way of learning with free worksheets that you can download in the description. All right, and so this time we are going to talk about unpacking narrative questions. So this is especially for the SPM exam that is coming very soon. All right, so this is just some tips that you can use to plan your story or the narrative questions in the exam. All right, so if you watch until the end of this video, you will learn something about identifying plot of the story from the question, and then it will help you to complete your story mountain and eventually write the full story. All right, okay, so thank you very much for watching this video. Thank you. Right, so before we start, let's talk about what are we going to learn today. Today we are going to write a story by identifying plot of the story in the question. All right, so in this video especially, I am going to share with you a past year question. So this is what I meant by question right here, and then we are going to identify plot of the story in that question as clues for us to write our story. All right, so that is the technique that I'm going to talk about today. And so what are we looking at? We are looking at story mountain. I believe by now you are familiar with what is called a story mountain. I will talk about it in the next part of this presentation. Okay. All right, so I think you are familiar with a story mountain. So this is a story mountain. There's a picture of a mountain in the background, just to give you the idea that we have a beginning here where you will introduce your characters and also the setting of the story, setting of time, setting of place. All right, and then you go to the opening, and then this is also called rising because you are climbing towards the peak of the mountain, and then at the peak of the mountain here at the point at this peak right here, a problem happened to the character, and then as we are going down, or it is also known as falling, this is when the character resolved found the solution of the problem, and we're going towards the end of the story. Right, so it can be a happy ending or a sad ending, and so this is a story mountain. All right, so it is very important for you to know all these different parts on the story mountain so that you will understand when we are trying to unpack the question in the exam, and because we need to compare that question with what we know about a story mountain. All right. So what we are going to do right now is we're going to read this SPM question 2017, and then we will identify the plot of the story that is actually given to us in the question if you look carefully. All right, and then from there you will have the idea on what else to write to complete the whole story mountain. Okay, now so write a story of a small town girl who worked hard to become a successful chef. So if you read this, you have the idea that the character of the story is a girl. Okay, and then you also have information about setting of place, which is the location, a small town. So this girl came from a small town. So what else do you know about this character, this girl over here? So she worked hard to become a successful chef. So you know that the end of the story, the ending of a story, is a happy ending one, and then you know that the girl became a successful chef. All right, so that is already half of the story that is given to you. Okay, and then the next thing that we have to know about this character is that what did she do that she earned this success. All right, and so there's a part here that says she worked hard. So we know that when something that is difficult to get, there will be problems that happens along the way. All right, and so this is going to be a story where the girl came from a small town with a big hope, and then she worked very hard. So there was a problem that happened, but she solved the problem, and at the end of it, she became a successful chef. All right, and so now there's also another important part of this question that gives you the clues. So she had used the last of her savings to get to the cooking competition. So you know that one of the things that she did work hard is she used her savings to join a cooking competitions. And then you also given information here, big city. So you know that that is also another setting of place in the story. So you know she came from a small town, and then she went to the big city to join this cooking competition using her last of her savings. And all right, so this is when you have to continue her journey. All right, rising up to the peak, problem happened, and then she found a solution, and then maybe she won. I got the idea that maybe she actually won this competition after maybe a few times, and she became a successful chef. All right, and so that is the whole story that is already given in this question, and now you can complete your story mountain. All right, let's go do that. Okay, so this is our story mountain, and then if you remember our graphic, the story mountain that I mentioned earlier. All right, so it looks like this, going up and going down. And so this is a little note over here where we have completed our story mountain, and I have added something that is not in the question. All right, but um, now we have like a full or the big picture of how the story is going to unfold, or how the story is going to be like. All right, so big in the beginning it's a small town girl. Yeah, so this is from the question just now, and then she knew about the cooking competition. So this rising action over here is very important. You can find a lot of YouTube videos that actually talk about how do you develop a story. So here in this graphic you see the word opening. So the word opening, I mean the part here that says opening is actually an important event or something that happens to the character that it actually um, starts his or her journey in the story. It actually kind of like drives the story to start, to really start. And in this picture, you can see that it is, you know, going up or rising to the peak, right? So let's say maybe she knows about the cooking composition, maybe from like maybe an advertisement, or maybe from TV or something. And then so you have to think about some interesting conflict that happened to her. So maybe she lost in the competition actually in the first time, and then somehow she did it for a second time, and she learned a lesson, and she became a better chef, right? So she worked hard and she found a solution in here, and then she became a successful chef. All right, I know this is just a very brief notes about our story, and of course you have to flesh it out and put all the details so that this will be developed into a complete story. Okay, yeah, so this is the idea of unpicking the narrative questions by identifying plot of the story, so that we can plan our story by completing what we know about story mountain. All right, okay, so this has been a creative playground. Thank you for watching this video. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and maybe leave some comments so that I know if you like this video. And thank you for watching. Bye.